You saw the Twitter timeline be on fire with a lot of conversation about suspensions and such. We've seen the rules that are apparently going to be instituted. It looks like iBattle talked about it. It looks like No Mercy talked about it, where we all know Clean no-showed at the Bullpen Battle Leagues event. He's done this a few times, but there's never been a situation where, an answer to it, where somebody, is either fined or they're suspended from battle leagues, or they're just not able to, go on under the league. Point, we probably do need to institute a no-show violation type of rule. What do you think would be the best way to handle it, X?
Yeah, I think see, this is the part I didn't really understand, though. Is it, just for any league, or is it just, say, if, a dude no-show?
For any league. For any league series? Yeah, for any league. Because, once you no-show on one league, who's to say you won't no-show, on another league? So.
Right. So, I think the most important thing is, the deposit. What are you doing? Are they paying you up front? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these dudes get paid, half of their deposit up front. So if you get paid half of your deposit up front and you take it out with, you know what I'm saying? If you got a $5,000, if somebody pays you $5,000 in the battle and he's running off $2,500, you know what I'm saying? That's not cool. So, it's just hard to say, man, because different circumstances. But I think a ban, I think it's just hard for say RBE and you know what I'm saying, King of the Dot and URL. I think it's kind of hard for them to, you know what I'm saying, to institute a ban. Because, well, not even that, just because a lot of dudes want no show on their league, but you know what I mean. I think for the lower leagues, yeah, definitely, man. If somebody got a history of flanking on the bench, then yeah, why would you even book them to begin with if you feel you know what I'm saying, if this dude is a flight risk with my money, why would I trust him to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do think that, because you brought up a good point with deposits and whatnot, I honestly think that from now on, leagues should, on their own respective websites or on their Twitter page or whatever, I don't care where at this point, it just needs to be somewhere where the public can actually find this information. I want to know how much battlers are getting paid up front, or if they did get paid up front. We're able to have public information about NBA contracts, NFL contracts, NHL contracts, all these, all major sports leagues. So why can't we add those contracts present?
You would have say it's two kind of budding stars, say it's just an example, if Twerk, say if Twerk was getting paid $8,000 a battle or something, and then somebody like JC or something, they was paying him $4,000, and people knew about that, they'd be yo, what's the point, man? No, that's not cool. And then that'll cause more problems. Of course.
I don't know because remember way back when Murder Mook let everybody know what he was getting paid, everybody went on a rant pretty much and tried to figure out how to get that type of money. Now, the comparison that you made with Twerk and JC, the only reason I would say that comparison doesn't work because we know that obviously Twerk is.
I'm just giving an example.
I get that, but that brings up another point where it depends how often are you battling. Are you battling consistently on a monthly basis? Are you battling, yearly? Because then that's kind of a different story almost.
That makes sense. But then you have battling on this league, that league. You know what I'm saying? What are they paying you? What's your? You know what I'm saying? So then it'd be if they went public, you'd be man, it'd cause more money cause problems, man. That's all, man. Especially when it's public, that's a no-go.
Yeah, it's got to be something that gets fixed because we can't have no shows happen, especially when we I mean, I was excited for Clean battling on bullpen. You know, that was going to be a perfect event all around. Because once that happens, then it gives leeway to other battlers to say, you know what, I could probably no-show at least once or twice. We thought B-Magic do it and get away with it completely, you know, and come back.
What was his reason for not showing up?
What was Clean's reason?
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of nonsense. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of nonsense that happened regarding it. I don't even know what the full, like, legit true story is because all I kept seeing was Facebook posts being tweeted on Twitter, and it was a mess. It was a straight-up mess. Apparently nobody had contracts right. I don't know what John necessarily said about the situation. I know Clean basically said, and I quote, he said that the state of Atlanta, which Atlanta's not a state, Clean, I'm sorry, but you can't just be taking L's out here on Twitter talking about Atlanta's a state when that's not the case. But he just no-show. He basically said that, you know, he didn't get the money up front, which I doubt that because we know Clean has gotten deposits first more often than not before he battles. That's kind of almost a common thing now that we know of. So I don't know. I mean, with bullpen battle leagues having this type of issue, who's to say that, you know, they're not going to be more strict on those contracts? Because, honestly, if these are legit contracts that are being signed, they're printed out, you can honestly get a lawyer. You can sue the hell out of one of these battlers. I'm letting all you battlers know that you can get sued if there's legit printed contracts and you are signing them. You can get sued for not showing up, especially if you're taking money. That's why I still don't understand to this day as to how B-Magic was able to get away with stealing money from URL and still allow it back in the culture. So something has to give at this time, right? It has to. I'm tired of seeing where people are running off with money that the league owners are working hard to make in order to get battlers, in order to get arenas booked, get venues booked. I don't want to see that because then when you no-show, you're taking money from not only the fans, you're taking money from the battle league as well. And once you do that, it's a trickle-down effect. So we can't have that happen. So all you battlers out there and new guys that want to join leagues and be a star and whatnot, don't do that. Don't not show up. If you don't show up, then it's not going to matter. We're not going to care about you after that. So I hope Clean gets his act together. He needs to. And it needs to happen fast. Because